You've probably been told your whole life that being smart is the easy path. Better grades, faster promotions, fewer problems. But if you're highly intelligent, you already know that's not the full story. Somewhere behind the achievements, there's a quieter feeling, a sense of not quite fitting into the world the way everyone else seems to. In the next few minutes, we're going to walk through 8 struggles that only highly intelligent people truly understand. But this isn't just a list. By the end, you'll understand exactly why your sharpest trait can also be your loneliest one. And more importantly, what to actually do about it. There's a psychological pattern behind almost every one of these struggles. Researchers have started calling it the depth tax, the invisible price your mind pays for seeing the world in more detail than most people ever will. And once you understand the depth tax, a lot of your life will suddenly make a lot more sense. The first sign is small talk. The weather, the weekend, the small stories people use to fill silence. For most people, this is a comfortable ritual. For you, it feels like static. Your brain is wired to search for patterns and meaning, so when a conversation offers neither, it simply loses interest. This isn't arrogance. It's a mind that's built for depth, sitting in a conversation with none. The second sign shows up the moment you actually try to speak. You pause, you choose your words carefully, and by the time you answer, the moment has often already moved on without you. People read this as slowness or shyness or being overly serious. What's actually happening is the opposite. Your mind is running several steps ahead, checking the question, the context, and the likely reaction before it lets a single word out. In a world that rewards fast answers, that carefulness can quietly get mistaken for awkwardness. That mismatch follows you into friendship. You can hold a conversation with almost anyone, but very few people ever make it past the surface with you. Intelligence has a strange side effect. It can make people feel intimidated without you ever intending it, and it can make you feel unmatched by people who simply think at a different pace. The result is a specific kind of loneliness, surrounded by people, understood by almost none of them. Take Ryan. On paper, Ryan has an easy life. Good job, respected by his coworkers, always the one asked for advice. But most nights, Ryan eats dinner alone, scrolling through a phone full of contacts he could call, and somehow never does. It's not that Ryan doesn't want connection. It's that Ryan has learned, slowly and quietly, that most conversations stop at exactly the depth where his actually begin. So the fourth struggle becomes almost automatic. You start pulling back, fewer invitations accepted, more evenings spent alone, reading, working, thinking. From the outside, it looks like you're choosing isolation. From the inside, it's something closer to protection. Every outing costs you more energy than it seems to cost everyone else, because your mind never really stops processing, even in a room full of small talk, which leads directly into the fifth struggle. Even alone, your mind refuses to rest. A simple decision, what to eat, what to say in an email, becomes a maze of options your brain won't stop exploring. Psychologists call this analysis paralysis. The more angles your mind can see, the harder it becomes to just pick one and move forward. You're not indecisive because you don't know what you want. You're indecisive because you can see too clearly what you'd be giving up either way. Underneath all of that is a sixth struggle that rarely gets named. Your mind needs to be fed. Repetition, routine, and easy problems don't satisfy you. They drain you. The moment something becomes familiar, your brain starts looking past it for the next thing worth solving. To other people, that can look like restlessness or an inability to commit. In reality, it's simply a mind that was built to keep moving. Here's the part that most people never say out loud. All of this, the distance, the overthinking, the constant need for something more, it doesn't feel like a gift most days. It feels like being slightly out of sync with everyone around you and never quite knowing how to explain why. Because on top of everything else, there's a seventh struggle waiting quietly in the background. Pressure. Every compliment about your intelligence carries a hidden expectation. Be the smart one. Have the answer. Never slip. Psychologists describe this pattern as maladaptive perfectionism, paired with something called impostor syndrome. The fear that underneath the achievements, you're not actually as capable as everyone assumes. So, you hide your doubts, because somewhere along the way, you learned that smart people aren't supposed to have any. But the eighth struggle is the one almost nobody talks about, and it's usually the heaviest. Highly intelligent people don't just notice their own emotions with painful clarity. They notice everyone else's too. You pick up on the tension in a room before anyone says a word. You sense when a friend is struggling, even when they insist they're fine. Psychologists call this emotional contagion, quietly absorbing the emotional weight of the people around you on top of your own. It's one thing to carry your own mind. It's another to carry everyone else's feelings as well, often without anyone realizing you're doing it. This is the real shape of the depth tax. It's not that intelligence makes life harder in some obvious, visible way. It's that it asks you to carry more, notice more, and feel more, almost all of it invisible to the people around you. So if you recognized yourself in the small talk that drains you, the friendships that never go deep enough, the decisions that take too long, the pressure to always have the answer, and the quiet weight of everyone else's emotions, none of that means something is wrong with you. It means you're perceiving the world in a higher resolution than most people around you. That's not a flaw to fix. It's a trait to understand. So you can finally stop mistaking it for something broken. If any part of this felt like it was describing you, we'd genuinely like to hear which struggle hit closest to home. So leave a comment and share your experience below. And if you'd like more videos like this one, please consider subscribing to the channel so future videos on the psychology of the mind can reach you as soon as they're released. Thank you for spending this time with us, and we'll see you again in the next video.